Every era has its hero, its legend, its name whispered by fans who swear. This one was the greatest of all time. But football is not one story, it's a chain of revolutions. Each generation building on the last, from muddy pitches to billion-euro stadiums, from leather balls to aerodynamic rockets, from radio broadcasts to global megastars. And at the center of every era stands a figure who defines it. Pelé, Maradona, Ronaldo, Zidane, Messi, Cristiano, and now, Lamine Yamal, the teenage prodigy rewriting the future before our eyes. The GOAT isn't just a title, it's an evolution. A long line of geniuses passing the torch, shaping football into the phenomenon the world worships today. This is the story of how football's greatest ever player has evolved. This is the evolution of the football GOAT, from Pelé to Yamal. Chapter 1: Pelé. The birth of a god, 1950s to 1970s. Before there were millions of cameras, before football became a global empire, there was Pelé, a 17-year-old kid from Brazil, barefoot in the streets, armed with nothing but instinct and a dream. In 1958, he stepped onto the World Cup stage, and football changed forever. He wasn't human, not to the defenders he left behind, not to the goalkeepers he humiliated, not to the fans who thought they had seen everything. He brought creativity to a sport dominated by brute force. He invented movements the world had never seen. He dribbled like he floated. He shot like he was carving history with every strike. 3 World Cups, over 1,000 goals. A global icon before football was even global. Pelé wasn't just the best. He was the blueprint, the original definition of what a GOAT could be. Chapter 2: Maradona, the rebel genius, 1980s. Then came the chaos, the fire, the contradiction. Diego Armando Maradona. Where Pelé was perfection, Maradona was emotion. Pure, raw, uncontrollable talent. And a soul that refused to be tamed. Naples worshipped him like a god because he played like one. Argentina loved him because he was them. Imperfect, brilliant, flawed, divine. 1986. The greatest World Cup performance of all time. A tournament hijacked by one man who decided the rules didn't apply. The hand of God, the goal of the century, and a legacy carved into global mythology. Maradona didn't just play football, he lived it, bled for it, destroyed himself for it. He wasn't the GOAT because he was flawless. He was the GOAT because he was human, and still managed to be extraordinary. Chapter 3: Ronaldo Nazario, the future arrives early, 1990s to 2000. Then came the player defenders still see in nightmares. Ronaldo, oh fenomeno. Before injury stole his prime, he was the closest thing to perfection football ever saw. Explosive like Mbappé, clinical like Haaland, technical like Messi, all inside one unstoppable machine. In Barcelona, he scored goals no one believed were possible. At Inter, he became a global phenomenon. At Real Madrid, he redefined superstardom. And at the 2002 World Cup, he returned from knee injuries that should have ended his career to win it all. R9 was the prototype of the modern striker. The future, decades ahead of its time. Had injuries never touched him, the GOAT debate might be very different today. Chapter 4: Zidane, the maestro of control, 1990s to 2000. Some GOATs dominate through goals, others through brilliance. Zinedine Zidane, he dominated through command, a midfielder who seemed to slow down time itself. He didn't run, he glided. He didn't pass, he painted. He didn't move, he orchestrated. 1998, World Cup champion. 2000, European champion. 2002, that volley. One of the greatest goals ever scored in a Champions League final. Zidane didn't just play football beautifully, he made football look like it belonged in a museum. He was elegance, authority, artistry, a different kind of GOAT, one whose greatness wasn't measured in numbers, but in moments burned into the memory of the sport. Chapter 5: Cristiano Ronaldo, the athletic superhuman, 2000s to 2020. Then came the machine. Cristiano Ronaldo, the most engineered superstar football has ever seen. He began as a skinny winger with too many stepovers. He became a global icon built on obsession. He trained harder, jumped higher, ran faster, shot harder, believed deeper. Manchester United turned him into a star. Real Madrid turned him into a legend. Champions League nights became his personal theater. He didn't just score goals. He delivered moments that defined eras. 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions Leagues, hundreds of records, and more goals than most leagues score in a season. Cristiano didn't just compete for the GOAT title. He redefined what humans could physically achieve. Chapter 6. Lionel Messi, the genius rewrites the game, 2000s to 2020. But for every force, there is an equal opposite one. Cristiano had power. Messi had magic. He didn't run, he drifted. He didn't dribble, he whispered to the ball. He didn't dominate, he mesmerized. The numbers speak for themselves, the goals, the assists, the trophies, the records. But Messi's real greatness wasn't in what he achieved. It was in how he achieved it. The solo runs, the curled finishes, the passes that broke football physics, then the moment that sealed his immortality, 2022, Qatar. He lifted the trophy that defined his destiny. Messi didn't just enter the GOAT debate, he became the standard, the one every future generation will be compared to. Chapter 7, the age of the new prodigies, 2020s. As the Messi-Ronaldo era slowly dims, football stands at the edge of a new dawn, and the light comes from the next generation. Not imitators, not the next versions of anyone, but originals. Players built from a world where every skill, every tool, every piece of knowledge from past legends is instantly accessible. Haaland arrived like a force of nature, a striker engineered for inevitability. Mbappé became the face of global football before turning 25, a superstar who plays as if the world moves in slow motion around him. Vinícius brought back the Samba spirit with a modern edge, fearless and electric. Bellingham emerged as a midfield titan, rewriting what it means to be complete at such a young age. And then, Lamine Yamal, a boy with the vision of a veteran, the courage of a street baller, and the instincts of a generational prodigy. He's not just breaking age records, he's breaking expectations. Each match feels like chapter 1 of a story that will be told for decades. This new era isn't defined by one prodigy, it's defined by a constellation of them, rising at once, reshaping football faster than any generation before. Chapter 8, the evolution of greatness. So what does greatness truly mean? Pele created the idea, the pure brilliance that made football global. Maradona injected rebellion, the messy, emotional human magic that made people fall in love. Ronaldo Nazario brought physical dominance, showing a new prototype of perfection. Zidane added elegance, proof that control can be just as lethal as power. Cristiano took athleticism to impossible heights. Messi blurred the line between reality and imagination. And now, players like Haaland and Mbappé show that greatness can evolve into something even more explosive. Faster, stronger, more efficient. But Yamal signals something different, that the future may belong to players who aren't defined by one superpower, but by every superpower combined. Vision, dribbling, intelligence, instinct, all blended into a new form of football genius. Greatness is no longer just about trophies or goals. It's about redefining what the sport can be. The GOAT debate isn't a single summit, it's a mountain range, each peak representing the legend who changed football forever. And somewhere out there, the next peak is already rising. Who is the real GOAT? Maybe the greatest of all time isn't just one man. Maybe it's a baton, passed from Pelé to Maradona, to Ronaldo, to Zidane, to Cristiano, to Messi, and soon to someone new. So tell us, who is your GOAT? The king, the rebel, the machine, the magician, or the next generation? Drop your pick in the comments below. This is Inside the Game, and this was the evolution of the football GOAT, from Pele to Yamal.